Our top story tonight at 11, two people are dead after a small plane crashed in the woods just north of St. Augustine.
Now, the plane was just a few miles from the Northeast Florida Regional Airport, where it departed from earlier today. And that's where we find On Your Side Zach Wilcox live tonight. Zach, the cause of that crash, it's still under investigation?
Yeah, Heather, FHP reports that the plane tried to turn around and come back to the airport and simply, never made it. And we don't know exactly what happened up there, but through the air traffic control calls, we have a little bit of insight into the final moments for that pilot.
Door just popped open. I'm going to need to come back for a landing.
4387 Whiskey, roger. Make left close traffic for runway 13. Runway 13, clear to land.
A runway was open for a pilot to return to the Northeast Florida Regional Airport after the door on his small plane popped open. There was no panic in his voice, and the air traffic controller reached back out a few minutes later just to check in.
Do you need any assistance or anything, or are you just going to land and close it?
Yeah, I'm just going to land and close. I should be ready to roll again 166.
Okay, we'll work all that out when you get on the ground and get situated. We'll get you back out of here on that release.
That was the last air traffic control ever heard from the pilot. Minutes ticked by with no response.
4387 Whiskey, Tower.
More time passing, concern setting in for the air traffic controller, calling for help from other pilots.
He seen a door pop open. He was just turning back to land, and we've lost him out there. I can't get him on the radio. I can't find him.
The plane was found merely 3 miles away from the airport. Neighbors mentioned it seemed like it fell straight out of the air.
The airplane's crash site is not over a large area of space. It is apparent that the aircraft encountered a stall condition.
Professional pilot Nathaniel McLean says stalls happen when there isn't enough lift on the wings to keep it in flight, often caused by a sudden turn or an engine issue. He says a door popping open can be a lot for a pilot to handle in the moment.
Debris blowing around in the cockpit, noise that's not allowing you to focus. Need to attempt to close the door, but due to the aircraft moving through the atmosphere, the door becomes a lot harder to close.
Florida Highway Patrol discovered 2 people were killed in the crash.
Hopefully, something will be discovered by NTSB that will help other aviators do what is hopefully necessary not to find themselves in the same situation.
I was actually at the site of the crash just up the road here all the way until just a few minutes ago. Here we are 11 hours after the crash, and the plane still hasn't been taken out of the woods. We still haven't even seen the plane yet, and Florida Highway Patrol did not identify either of the victims. In St. Johns County, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, On Your Side.